That way you can watch it later. So we have to set this equal to 0. So we subtracted 45, right? And we got 0 equals negative 16t squared plus 25t. Now, you may or may not remember from your Algebra 2 days, you usually don't want to have this negative sign at the front. So you usually want to factor that out because you don't like to deal with negatives, okay? So 0 equals, I'm going to factor out this negative, but what else do these two terms have in common? T. Yes. So when you factor out a t, a negative t, you're left with 16t plus 25 times negative t equals 0. Okay? So you set each one of these equal to 0. So 0 equals negative t. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. So t is equal to 0. That means when we have just started out, that height is at 45, whatever it is, 45 meters, feet. I don't think it actually said. We also have to set this factor equal to 0 then. And solve for t. So subtract 25, subtract 25. 16t is equal to negative 25, divide by 16. T is equal to negative, I don't have my cheat sheet up here. Is this mine? No. Here it is. Oh, I forgot. Because I took out the negative t, I was like, why is this not working out? This should be a negative also, because negative times negative gives me the positive, right? So it's because I was subtracting, this should be plus, this should be plus. Now it's positive. Now it works out to be 1.5625. Right? Yes, maybe a little. Okay, so that's for the first one. So basically what's happening at a height of 45, okay, it starts out at that height, and then 1.5 seconds later, so if this is 1 second or 2 seconds, and I don't know if it's seconds or minutes, it doesn't really say, but right here, it's at that same height of 45. A little after 1.5, whatever units of time, okay? So that's the first one. So it happens at 0 and that one, okay? The next time it says we need to set our height to 57 equals negative 16t squared plus 25t plus 45. So what would I do here first? Set it equal to 0. Subtract 57, subtract 57. 0 equals, and it starts out the same way. Minus, what is that, 12? Okay. So then you're saying, okay, let's factor out a negative because this is negative. Negative 1 times 16t squared minus 25t plus 12. Okay? So I am looking for, as I try my X box, A times C, 16 times 12. Oh, Lord, I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? 16 times 12? 192. And factors of 192 that add up to negative 25 is not going to happen. So what do? You use quadratic formula. So A is 16, B is negative 25, C is equal to 12. So we say opposite of B, plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. I keep wanting to make this, there we go. Now I need my B. So opposite of B is 25 plus or minus square root of negative 25 squared minus 4 times A is 16 times C is 12, all divided by 2 times A, which is 16. Did anybody try this? Quadratic formula for this one. Anybody? Nobody got that far? You guys were kind of close, weren't you? Okay, when I put it in the calculator, it said domain error. Plus or minus, yes. And the first time when you do the plus, guys, listen. The first time when you use the plus, it's going to say domain error, because what is 25 times 25? No, it's 625. And you are trying to subtract. Somebody tell me, what is 4 times 16 times 12? So tell me what's going to happen when you take 625 minus 768. What are you going to get? Negative. You're going to get a negative number. Can you take the square root of a negative number? No. And it's going to work that way for the plus and the minus sign. So this is because your discriminant is a negative number. This is going to be an imaginary number. Can we have a trajectory with an imaginary number? We cannot. So this second one does not work. All right? And we will maybe continue this tomorrow. Try, if you did not do last night's, just wait, if you did not do last night's homework, do that tonight, okay?